Hey guys, and welcome back. I hope you guys are ready to draw because we are going to be working on the 2500 challenge. And I have made a slight modification to the challenge itself. Originally, the challenge was to draw 1000 heads, 500 hands and feet each, and 250 arms and legs each. But I did notice that the challenge itself actually leaves out sort of the middle section of the body, you know, the torso. And lately I've been feeling like my drawings have been pretty stiff, and I am trying to draw more full body, I guess, artwork. You know, I'm just trying to, you know, do stuff like that. And I wanted something to sort of help me with that. I really found it odd that this challenge itself really didn't tackle the torso. So what I ended up doing was I actually just split the amount of heads that I need to do with the torso. Instead I would be doing 500 heads and then 500 torsos. So we'll see how that goes. This is honestly my first time, drawing torsos for this challenge. Originally it was going to be hands, but I didn't think it would make sense to go from heads to hands. You know, I thought maybe I could just work my way from the top of the body and then, you know, work my way down. If you guys are new here and you don't know how this works, basically I'm going to be drawing somewhat live. This isn't a live stream, this is all pre-recorded, but it is one long video. And as I draw, the references that I use will be in the top left hand corner and also in the description below. That way if you want a bigger, you know, if you want to see the full picture, it's there for you if you need it. But basically I'm gonna just be drawing and talking just about, you know, random things. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get started, I guess. Just try to bear with me with these few couple of sketches, these couple of drawings, just because this is my first like drawings of the day, so they're gonna be probably rough. And when I say that I'm drawing the torso, I do just mean from the chest all the way down to the pelvis, and then maybe like a little section of like the arms. So I'm not going to draw the arms entirely. I did want to mention that the reference that I'm using is actually from a music video. It's from the Shake It Off music video by Taylor Swift. I don't necessarily, like Taylor Swift all too much. I mean, just like her music, I mean. But I just remembered when this music video came out that there were just some, sort of crazy poses in it, and I thought they would, you know, be really good to draw. You know, now I'm getting the chance to. So that's where these first two poses came from. I don't know how many we're going to get through, but the one after this pose is from the same music video. And then the other two that I have, if we do get to them, are from Shutterstock. And like I said, everything, all of the pictures I use will be in the description, so you guys won't have to worry too much about that. If you want to, kind of get a more detailed view on everything. So I'll be honest, I'm not necessarily too sure how to tackle the torso itself. I mean, I'm working off of a reference, which is great, but, you know, when it comes from like drawing from imagination, it's always, you know, pretty difficult for me. You know, I feel like a lot of my characters, a lot of things that I draw just out of imagination tend to be very stiff. Like I said, so I just wanted to, do something about it and kind of practice. And I think it was in my Draw This in Your Style challenge where I drew Toph from Avatar that I talked about how I was sort of in an artistic slump. I just had some things going on during the month of June, and it's sort of carried over into the month of July, where I just really haven't been drawing as much. I did, say in that one previous video that I wanted to work on the 2500 challenge. Initially I had drawn, like I said, I was drawing hands, and I'll show you guys what I've done. I'll put a picture up of what I've done. I think I've only drawn like 5 hands, but let's see, hang on, get this going real quick. But yeah, I only drew 5 hands for the month of June. I did try to motivate myself to do more, but anyway, it just didn't happen, unfortunately. But that's alright, because I thought, well, I need to make a new video this week anyway, so might as well just, do my 2500 challenge, do my new, I guess, updated version. This is actually, it's going to actually force me to, do something, to work on something, so, and I don't necessarily know how far I want to, work on this. Like, here, let's do this. I've never actually, like, done this where I make a new layer and I draw over top of my original sketch, but why not? We'll try something different, right? As far as what I've been up to, mostly been working. I feel like I talk about that more than anything. It's just work, and I won't go. I won't talk about that too much because that's pretty boring. There's nothing really eventful or anything new happening. One of my videos is actually gaining. I say gaining like it's going viral or something like that, but that's not really what I mean. I've just noticed that it's consistently getting views, and that video is my like Redbubble video, which I guess a lot of people are just interested in. It would just seem like a lot of people are interested in how Redbubble works and what people are doing with Redbubble, which I understand. This is kind of hard to like do because his chest is covered with a shirt, but we'll make do, I guess. I know that these are round, but then again they're also kind of scrunched up. And then, but anyway, so because of that, that first video, I always wanted to make a follow-up video to that, because I did plan on using Redbubble and getting some samples made of some designs that I wanted. Unfortunately though, I forget what video it was. I think it was actually that second sort of drawing live video where I drew Trixie and Katya. But in that one I explained how, for whatever reason, Redbubble just decided to give me the ban hammer. I again didn't do anything. Just I had the account for a while, didn't do anything with it. What happened? And then I finished I made a color swatch like sample shirt because I wanted to see how some colors would translate onto fabric. After that, I tried to upload the design. It worked, but then it like logged me out, and the website said I had been banned or something. It was this whole thing. It was pretty stupid, but let's see this, and then I guess his rib cage is like this. And then I'm assuming his like belly button is like right there. This isn't looking too bad, right? I like his nipples right there. This triangle thing is from Psychra, by the way. I don't know if any of you guys watch Psychra on YouTube. He doesn't really make tutorial videos all too much anymore. I think he said he kind of got, not burnt out, but it was just more like he just made a tutorial on like literally everything, which is kind of crazy, but I don't think these look like, this doesn't really look like a men's chest, but oh well. But yeah, but I learned this like triangle thing on how to place like the nipples from Psychra. Anyway, little side note. But back to the Redbubble thing. So I emailed them and tried to get my account, try to get it back because it wouldn't even let me like log in or anything. I sent a few emails back and forth with, I guess, the tech support or whatever, and they said they had sent the information over to the right people, and I don't want to say they said I should hear back within a certain time frame, but they just said that they sent it to the right people, and that was kind of, the end of it. And never heard anything back. I did try to follow up, and get some more information, but I never got a response, which is unfortunate. So I opted to, it looks like he has a wing. What happened? Tell you what. Let's do this. Let's see. But anyway, sorry. I know I keep starting and stopping my stories. I opted to, instead of using Redbubble, try and use Printful and, just test my luck with them. There's like some asymmetry going on between like these muscles here. Don't necessarily know if I captured that. I guess it's more like this. Anyway, so I wanted to see, this is huge. I wanted to see if I could use Printful, and I made an account and everything, and so far it's been, I haven't had any issues. I did finish my color swatch shirt thing. I did send it out to Printful to get it printed, and then of course, this was like at the end of May. I think I submitted the order on like May 31st, so we're kind of in at that point we were already in quarantine for COVID, and then because of, I guess they had, Printful had sort of a high demand in, just, I guess, for shirts or whatever. I don't know. They sent out a little email, and they said that some of their services have been, stopped due to, the high demand of, like, orders that they had. They were only, they were just trying to play catch up with everything. So I actually recently got my sample shirts. They finally came in, and I'll put a picture of those too. I still need to post them on Instagram. I didn't post them right away, but I was actually pleasantly surprised. Honestly, I wasn't really sure like what to expect. This being my first time I'm getting something that I made printed. I mean, and keep in mind, it's just a bunch of squares on a shirt that are different colors, so it's nothing, it's nothing groundbreaking, but still, it's something that I technically made, and I was just interested in seeing how it all turn out. The squares themselves did look a bit small. Well, they were smaller than I had imagined. I guess maybe just because when you work on such a big file, the squares just seem to look bigger. But all in all, I think everything turned out okay. Let's see, does that look better? It looks okay. It looks so weird with like with this. I also think maybe this should come down here. Do I get half credit for like drawing half of the arm? Probably not. But anyway, so I finally got those in the mail and super excited about it. So now I get to actually go and scale up the designs that I had made, because when I first did the designs, they were just sketches, so they're actually not made to be printed right now. So I have to go and scale them up and then basically sort of redraw them again. And then I can start potentially selling those. Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of scary to think about, selling my art, but that's sort of what I want to do. So I mean, I guess we gotta just kind of go with it. It's like it'll be scary for a little bit, but once you understand what's going on and how everything works. I'm sure it'll be fine. I guess I can give him a neck, right? Maybe. Something like that. It's not too bad, right? I feel like it's not. We call that number 1. Alrighty, and we'll go ahead and move on to the second one. And like I said, this is from the same music video. And I guess I'll just draw it on my sketch layer. That way if I want to draw over it again and sort of refine it, I can. But anyway, so I'm excited for that. Like I was saying in the beginning, I know I really wanted to make a follow-up video on that Redbubble thing, and then it just sort of seemed like everything was working against me at that point. But hopefully I can, do that soon. I think I won't make that video until I actually get some of my designs printed, and then I'll share in the video what the shirts, what my sample shirts look like, and my thoughts and opinions on Printful as a company and everything like that, sort of like a little review. Anyway, I should probably start drawing. But as far as anything else that's really new, I think that was about it. I did want to, and I did this in my last video that I made too, but I did want to, go ahead and thank anybody who's watching, anyone who subscribed. I have also noticed that my channel is, very slowly, but it's getting there. It's growing. Every now and again, I'll get a new subscriber. With my TOF video that I uploaded, the Draw This in Your Style thing, I did gain, I guess maybe I should block out the entire body, right? I did gain, I think 4 or 5 subscribers after I posted that, which was, insane to me. But it did make me feel like, I am doing something right, that you guys do enjoy the content that I make. I mean, I know I really don't put out content once a week like some YouTubers do, but this is just really what works for me right now. I honestly really enjoy having a week to make a video and kind of prepare and everything. It's just how I like to work, really. It's just how I like to make videos. I'm not really sure what this cross-section was here. I just kind of thought maybe, I don't know, just experiment. And like I said, haven't really drawn torsos like this before, practiced in this way. So, I think it's probably a good time just to mess around and just see if you can find something that works for you. But anyway, like I was talking about, I just wanted to say thank you to anyone, who watches my little art videos here on YouTube. So it really means a lot to me. But in preparing for this particular video, I did want to kind of, I guess in a way sort of, don't want to say research, but, kind of familiarize myself with how maybe some other people go about, drawing the body. I mean, I feel like there's, a ton of ways to do it. I know some people really like the block method, you just kind of make simple shapes. Other people might just kind of feel it out with lines and, just kind of try to find sort of the rhythm, if you will, within the person. Let's see, I think this goes down even further, this comes out more. But honestly, with me, I have zero idea what I'm doing. So I feel like this would come up then like that. But yeah, I have zero idea what I'm doing, and we're just going for it. And maybe eventually I can figure out my own way of doing things. Oh, this foreshortening, why? I don't even think that's... She's like wearing... Oh, let's see, this is... Go there. I think this would be here if she wasn't... But because I haven't been drawing, obviously my time has been spent, you know, in other places. You know, I play video games a lot, and honestly, it's becoming, you know, it's becoming a thing where I'm like, I should really, you know, stop and kind of monitor how much I'm playing. I used to do this thing where I would play a game for about an hour. I would set a timer and everything. And after an hour, I would stop and then, you know, work on some artwork, you know, whatever I wanted to, whatever I felt like working on for an hour. And then after, you know, that, I could go back and play for an hour, and it would just kind of like bounce back and forth. I will say I have noticed I am the type of artist who can't really sit still for a long period of time when it comes to drawing. I mean, I have to be like super into what I'm drawing, and you know, because I am trying to get better at what it is that I'm, you know, doing, you know, drawing anatomy and or working on my anatomy and, you know, things like that. Sometimes the act of drawing itself can be very frustrating and just kind of a big like blow to the I guess I don't want to say ego, but a big blow to like my confidence, I guess, just my confidence as an artist, because this is what I say that I love to do, and you know, by all means, I do love to draw. There are just moments where I just get so frustrated because, again, I'm trying to learn all of this on my own, and it's hard to figure out how I should be practicing, what I should be practicing. I mean, obviously, I could start by, again, drawing every day. Her leg looks busted, like... Oh, man. Well, and I feel like I don't need to go over it again, because they kind of look the same in terms of maybe quality. I don't know, since I've kind of warmed up a little bit, but man, that leg... I don't know, man. Or maybe... get something like this going? I don't know. Maybe there's like some overlapping action happening, or maybe there isn't and it's... But anyway, like I was saying, you know, there are times where just the act of drawing can be really frustrating, and so I think it's easier to, you know, go and play a game that I enjoy or that I am, you know, somewhat good at, and you kind of get that feeling of like accomplishment in a way. Although I have been playing a lot of Overwatch, and Overwatch is a team game, and sometimes, you know, the people you get paired up with, or maybe, you know, and I'm not trying to put all the blame on like my teammates or anything. There are just times where, you know, I'm just not having a good day either, in terms of just like how I'm playing within the game. So but yeah, there are just times where like even playing Overwatch itself can get pretty frustrating. So I don't know, I think this looks okay. It's like, you know what, we'll call this number 2. There we go. And we'll just merge those together. Oh man, we might get to all 4. This never happens. Let's see. And so now we're going into the references that are from Shutterstock. So again, they'll be in the top left-hand corner, but also if you want to see the full images, I'll leave links in the description. But yeah, it's a weird thing because even playing, you know, Overwatch and, you know, games that I like kind of frustrate me a bit. More so Overwatch, just because the other game I've been playing is Animal Crossing. And obviously Animal Crossing's a really low stakes, you know, kind of game. I mean, you can't really lose at Animal Crossing. You just go in and you do what you want, and then you just kind of get out, you know, whenever you're done. But yeah, so, and you know, speaking of Animal Crossing, I've been working on my town. You know, I'm just trying to collect enough money and resources to move my villagers' houses around, which I actually moved all of them once, and I thought that I was going to like the placement of them, but then there wasn't enough space, or there wasn't enough space as I thought there would have been, so I kind of had to push all of the houses back a few spaces, and so that's taking up a bunch of time and money. But the good thing is that it's just a few spaces, and basically the houses are already kind of where they need to be. I just, again, need to move them back. But I've been doing that. I've actually been making like custom paths and everything. I know that, you know, I've seen a lot of posts on Pinterest and Instagram of, you know, people's custom paths and just like their awesome looking islands and everything. And I finally got to the point where I'm like, I want to make, you know, custom paths for around, you know, my little town area that I have. And so I've been doing that. I actually started to make little portraits for my villagers. I have a lot of those. If you guys play Animal Crossing, then you'll know when the wedding event happened, I didn't get a whole lot of the wedding furniture. I didn't really like it all too much, but there was that one like wedding welcome sign thing that they had, and I really liked that. And I thought about how I could use that sign to label my villagers' houses, and you can customize it and make it look kind of like rustic looking. So I did that, and I've been slowly trying to make the pixel art for the characters and then translate it into Animal Crossing. So yeah, I've been, you know, putting tons of hours into Animal Crossing, and it sucks because I've actually avoided looking at like my town rating, just because, I mean, my island isn't anywhere near finished, and there's still a lot of, you know, things I want to work on. But I was just curious one day, and, you know, in order to get KK Slider to visit your town, you have to be a 3-star town. Well, tell me why I'm putting in all this hard work making our island look nice when all of my villagers just sit around and do nothing all day. I got so salty about this, but you know, I'm like busting my ass making all this money, trying to move everyone and all that crap. And I asked Isabel what my town rating is, and she's like, yeah, you have a 2-star rating. And I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. Just all the hard work I'm doing then just means nothing, I guess. We'll work on it, but I'm gonna work on it. I was just like, why, Isabel? Why do you give me such bad news? I was like, what do you mean a 2-star rating? Did you see all the work I did? It's like, don't you see all of those inclines and those bridges? Those bridges didn't build themselves. Someone had to pay for it. But yeah, that's how I've been preoccupying my time in July. Just, you know, playing games, playing Animal Crossing, and getting mad at Isabel for giving me a 2-star rating, and, you know, getting mad at Overwatch because I'm garbage. So I don't even think I finished, as I'm thinking about this, I don't think I finished my thought from before, but basically in preparation for this video, like I said, I wanted to kind of look up how people draw torsos like their way, I guess, and I wanted to say that I do have a lot of art books and sort of reference, books here at home, and I potentially want to do a video on all of them and just highlight a few of my favorite ones. But the one I actually want to kind of talk about is Human Anatomy Made Amazingly Easy by Christopher Hart. That's actually, it is single-handedly the most simplistic, literally simplistic book on anatomy that I think I've ever seen. And I know Christopher Hart kind of gets, a bad rap. I had a few of his how to draw anime books, I think, as a kid, but this one is definitely worth it. There's definitely a lot of good tips and stuff. Originally with this series, my 2500 series, I wanted to include little bits from some of the art books that I have, as far as maybe what tips that the artist would give, if that makes any sort of sense. So if I was drawing, I'm drawing torsos, so then I would give you maybe a little maybe I would read something from the book, or I would show you a picture and kind of talk about what the artist or what the author was saying, or something like that. I don't know. I wanted to do something like that, but I couldn't really figure out how to do that properly, because I feel like it'd be a way of teaching, but again, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing all too much, and so I don't want to teach something and give bad advice. So I just kind of left it alone. And I thought, I think if there is, anything to learn, maybe I'll just figure it out on my own, and I'll share it with you guys. Or if there was any sort of advice that did come from one of those books, then I would, share it with you anyway. Maybe not, in the way that I had initially intended, but it eventually would come around back to my channel. And I do think I'm getting a little bit better at drawing and talking at the same time. It's been a while since I've done a video like this, so I did have to prepare a lot last night for this video, because usually how this would go is I would find all of my references and I would write down all of my topics that I wanted to talk about the day of, and I didn't think that was a very smart idea. So I just wanted to be prepared. I did end up finding my references, today of, the day of recording, but everything else I kind of prepared beforehand, which is good. It just made this process, whole 10 times easier. And I do want to ask you guys, to anyone that's listening, if you have any sort of tips on how to draw the torso, or if there's someone that maybe is on YouTube or somewhere else that maybe they made a tutorial, and for you that was really the moment you started to understand how to draw whatever it is, or draw the torso. Just let me know in the comments below, and I'll see if I can check them out, because I'm always looking for different teachers and different methods of drawing. These aren't looking too bad, right? Honestly, let's see. Here, I'm gonna do that. I'll do that there, because I did that. I don't think these are looking too bad. Not in the least bit. I feel like these are acceptable. I'm doing an okay job, and I'm gonna own it. So we will call this one number 3. And we'll go ahead and move on to the 4th and final one. We'll probably only have time for this last one. Plus it's the only, it's literally the last image that I have, so it all kind of worked out. But I'm not necessarily sure how to sort of segue into this, because like I said, I did write down some of my topics, but one of them is talking about, and this may sound really stupid, but it's going to sound stupid, but one of them was talking about big lots and just sort of my obsession with them now. So some of you guys, if you've been, if you've been keeping up with the videos and just my channel in general, you may know that I work at Hobby Lobby, and right next to where I work there is a Big Lots. And the reason I'm bringing this up is just because I didn't, it's been a while since I've been into a Big Lots, and while I was at work one day, I just wanted something like a snack, and maybe like something to drink, because I forgot to bring something from home. And I went over there, and let me tell you, I was like completely blown away. This is so stupid to talk about, but like I'm at that level of I'm at that point in my life as an adult, I guess, where, I don't really care about going out and parties and stuff like that. I mean, I never did to begin with, but the things that excite me now are let's go to Big Lots. That's where I'm at. And anyway, so I went in there, and I didn't know that they sold furniture there. That was the thing I first noticed was they updated the store so that they could, look, or so that it could, I guess, hold more furniture. Yeah, but on top of that, though, I mean, they do sell home decor things, basic, I can't tell which, oh, I think I drew his leg wrong. I'm drawing it. This is actually his back leg. Okay, well. So then his thing. But I mean, yeah, they do sell food there. They sell, shampoo and all that stuff. But anyway, the main point of this whole thing of me talking about Big Lots is the fact that there are some things there that are it's crazy how inexpensive they are. I mean, there are a few things that are kind of pricey, but I mean, for the most part, most of the things are maybe just a few dollars. So when I found this out, I came home, and I was, basically talking up Big Lots to my boyfriend, and I was like, we gotta go, you gotta go see it. We like going to the Dollar Tree, and, say what you want about the Dollar Tree, but I think it's a pretty cool place. I mean, they have, I get a lot of my kitchen, utensils there, and they hold up. I mean, it's not, they're not bad by any means. I do get a lot of that stuff there, a lot of containers for, just organizing. I have gotten a few things of food there. Honestly, at the beginning, I was kind of, weary of, getting food from, the Dollar Tree, but honestly, I shop there so much that I'm just you know what, it's probably fine. I don't really get anything that's isn't really a name brand thing though. They have Campbell's tomato and chicken soup and stuff like that. They have name brand cereal and little baggies, so I'll get that. I don't really venture into any other sort of brands that I don't really know. And if I do, if something does sort of catch my eye that's food related, of course I'll, look at the back and read the ingredient list and make sure there isn't any sort of crap in it that I don't, want to be ingesting. But anyway, so Big Lots kind of became our new obsession sort of thing. A lot of stuff that we would get at the Dollar Tree, they also have at Big Lots. Plus they have even more of a, a bigger selection, more variety, I guess. So we've been shopping there for a good while, and we even got a Big Lots card, which I initially thought the Big Lots card was a credit card, kind of you need to sign up and you're gonna get a credit card type of thing. They do have a credit card, but the Big Lots card itself isn't anything like that, thankfully. And what's cool is like every time you spend, or every time you buy like 3 items or whatever, you get like a $5 off coupon thing. We've been taking advantage of that, and that's just my little rant about about Big Lots, I guess, and just how amazing it is. Honestly, if you haven't been to Big Lots in a little bit, I would definitely check it out. I had to get a new straightener because my old one broke, and I got it from there, and it was like 12 or 15 bucks, I think. It was a Revlon one. It's purple, and it what is it? It like heats up within a few seconds. It has like a digital, like, not a thermometer, but like it has a digital thing to like show you the temperature, which I've never had before. The old one that I had was actually my mom's, and it was a Chi straightener, and it was just a straightener you plug into the wall, and you know, it doesn't tell you what temperature it is. You just plug it in and go. So that one finally gave out on me. Really, it was just the cord. The cord at the very end of the straightener kind of got frayed, and it stopped working. So I think for his back, it like, you can see a little bit of it, but then it like goes like this. And then we'll do that, I guess. But yeah, I got my straightener from there, and maybe sometime in the future, if we feel like it, we've thought about maybe getting some furniture from there as well. There's a nice little like dining table thing that we were looking at that was really nice and relatively inexpensive. And it was like a set too. It like came with a table and like 4 chairs for like, I want to say $200 or $300. I don't know. It was pretty good though. But yeah, I think my Big Lots obsession though is like somewhat getting out of hand, just because I need to start probably like packing my little like lunches and snacks and everything, because I have noticed that I have been spending quite, you know, a little bit. It's not all too much, but usually on the days that I work, I will go to Big Lots and usually get like the same drink and like little snack, and it's only like around maybe $5 or $6 that I spend, but you know, that is money that I could save, you know, for something else or for groceries that, you know, we need here at the house. So I want to be careful with that, you know, just make sure I'm spending my money wisely. I think that's going to be it for today. I'm honestly really surprised that I was able to dish out 4 of these things, considering, number 1, this is my first time doing this. Number 2, haven't really practiced drawing torsos in this way. And number 3, it's been a while since I've done this. Did I say that already? I think I did. But I managed to do 4 of these, and I hope you guys are drawing along with me and were maybe sort of entertained by my stupid rambling that I keep doing with these videos. But anyway, you guys, I think I'm going to call it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I post new art videos every other Wednesday, so consider subscribing to the channel by clicking my logo on the screen or the subscribe button down below. If you'd like to further support this channel and me, you can buy me a Ko-fi in the link below, and anyone who donates gets a shout out at the end of my videos. Thanks, guys!